If you guys like how I do my chart analysis on YouTube and you want to learn how to do it yourself, click the link below to check out the Vee Trades technical analysis course. What's up traders, this is Vee Trades and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown from Microsoft with the ticker symbol MSFT. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. Here we have the daily chart for Microsoft, and it's very similar to the previous stock I did, which was Google. So it's a range bound stock as well. We have uptrends inside this range bound stock, or it's not really a range bound stock entirely. Obviously we've been inside of a massive uptrend, but now we've been kind of going sideways because the bulls had to take a break. Pretty much since August of last year, we've been going sideways inside this range pattern where the bulls are defending the $275 level and the bears are defending the $344 level. So what is this, 25 plus almost 50, so it's almost a 75 point or even a 70 point range that we are currently inside of. We had a triple top back here last year, and ever since then we've been bouncing off the support side of this range. So now recently we had a much stronger impulse through this EMA, so there's definitely something different going on. So it looks much more stronger for the bulls because we had a nice blast through this EMA, which was acting as previous resistance. We cannot close above it, or if we did close above it, we got knocked down very quickly. Now we just shot right through it and we're pulling back, and it looks like we might find some type of support for price to continue higher. So that's why this definitely looks much better for being a bottom in the market than before. So let's take a look at the more recent price action. Like I said before, we're going inside of this nice little uptrend pattern. We just had the first break of it. So just like I showed you guys before numerous times across my channel, normally when we get a first break of a channel, we usually go back down or up to retest the previous extreme. So this was an example right here where we had a downtrend channel. We had the first break outside of this pattern. Eventually prices went all the way down to retest the previous lows a few times before they gave up, the short sellers, and we reversed strongly. So what are we getting right now? We're getting the first break of the pattern. So there's a strong possibility to go back up to retest the previous high at the 316 level. So I'm looking for a little bounce from here, trap in this long, and then come back down to the $300 level. That's where I believe buyers will step back in the market to push up the price. And then once we get that bounce, I'm expecting another impulse up. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm expecting price to come back up to the 343 level, or even make a new all-time high and exceed the 350 level. So that's everything I have on the daily chart. Usually price action will break out with the preceding trend, with the prevailing trend. So the prevailing trend for Microsoft has been up for numerous years. So now we're just taking a break for the bulls. This looks very bullish pattern, and we're definitely seeing it on the short and long-term patterns. So looking for higher prices in the near term, maybe in a few days. I'm looking for a little bounce from here and a little bit more selling back down to the $300 level, and then from there I'm looking for bulls to step in and push up the price much higher. Could we get it right now? It is a possibility, but I'm looking for a short trap to push up the market before coming back down or finding any resistance at this 350 level. Could we just start selling off right now and go back to the 275 level? Well, of course, nothing is guaranteed in the market. We need to be reactionary to what the price is doing. So if we break below the EMA and break below this $300 level, we come back up and find resistance, then most likely we're going to continue lower. As right now, prices have not done that, and I'm looking for more bullish signs than bearish. So let's take a look at the weekly chart to wrap it all up. Here we have the weekly chart for Microsoft. We'll be going up since March of 2020. Again, very similar price action to my previous video I did for Google. Pretty much the same story, a nice uptrend channel. However, this one's a little different. You can see that this yellow channel was supporting prices for several years, and then we had the first break of it. So like I said before, normally when we get the first break of a channel or pattern, we can go back up to retest the previous high when the correction is over. So it definitely looks like the correction is over. So I'm expecting prices to come back up to the 353 level within the next couple of months. The bulls were supporting the, looks like this nice strong 280 level. They were definitely not letting sellers break it and continue lower. Sellers eventually gave up, and now buyers are stepping in the market. So I'm looking for higher prices because this is the first break of the pattern. Let me zoom in on the chart a little bit more closer, so you can see that we finally had a close above the EMA on the weekly chart. This green candle last week. You can see that there is a little gap between this candle right here, this one right here, and last week's candle. There's a small little space in between this two candles. So it looks like price action is coming back down to fill in this gap, like I said before, at the $300 level, to then maybe see higher prices. So that's what I'm expecting. Definitely looks like prices started selling off for some specific reason, and I think it looks like they want to come back and fill in this empty space on this chart at the 303 level, because you can see that this candle closed at the 303.48 and this candle closed around that 304.30. So there's a little space between these two candles. That's a gap. The market likes to fill in these gaps before continuing higher. It works for the same way for short sellers. They like to fill in the gaps before continuing lower. So I'm expecting this gap to be filled. That's why I'm expecting a pullback in the market. But I'm definitely expecting buyers to step in the market and push up the prices. You can see that on this price action chart. I can also see where people are going short and long. So that's definitely a lot of short sellers who went below this candle right here, and they have the stop losses right at the 334 level, and they'll probably get out for break even if the price action comes up there. So definitely looks like the bulls are targeting the 334 level first before blasting off and reaching the 350 level. So there's definitely a lot of orders right here for the shorts. I can see that the market wants to target and use their stops as fuel to the fire. So that's everything I have for Microsoft. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.